What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today I am going to be giving you guys a summary of how my first wipe on an official server in Rust actually went. So let's just start this off by saying this wipe was something else. There was always stuff going on and it was just crazy all around. Like the entire month that we played on this server, it was just crazy. As you can see, we look like a Zerg clan, which that's what it looks like. That is our base down there with all kinds of stuff, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, this is Rust. To the people that have never seen this game or heard of it, basically it's a survival game, and the whole point is just to get to end game and survive and have your base, avoid it from getting raided by other people, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. I would say if you're into survival games, check it out. It's a lot of fun, and I think this is a really, really good one. Alright, so this is the map on Rust, and basically you have little monuments all around the area, all around the map. You can put sleeping bags everywhere to spawn wherever you want. There's like miniature events that happen during the game, and there's also a night and a daytime in the game. Basically, our base is set up right here on the bottom of an outpost in I-12. We have a little compound here, and then basically from F12 all the way to J12, and everything below that we have control over. We set up little turret towers all along the shore, all along this little road, all around harbor, all around this mountain, everywhere basically. So we had turrets everywhere down here, and we basically controlled the bottom of the map. And if you're wondering how many people are in this little group we have, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, it was just like two of us most of the time. Like we have four people. One of them's never on. The other one only gets on for like 2 hours at night. And then basically me and another teammate I have just run this whole thing. We have been farming our asses off and just keep this base going. And we've been doing this for a month. So let's get into the base. Alright, so this is a monthly wipe server. So basically that means every last Thursday of the month the server wipes and you have to start up from fresh and get a new base down, get a bunch of loot back and all kinds of stuff like that. So this server is gonna wipe on Thursday, July 24th. So once that wipes, I'm gonna start recording a series for the next wipe so I can take y'all along and start editing and do all this stuff so y'all can come on the journey with me for next month's wipe. Alright, so first off, this is a turret tower we got here. We got a bunch of turrets all over the place. This is the main compound. We have the main base up there. We have a little small decoy base right there. We have a dump room right there, and then we have a raid base right there where we have like a bunch of chests and we dump everything in there. We have this base secure, like we have it locked down. We are not gonna get raided for sure because of the amount of turrets and stuff that we have. When we started off this wipe, we basically were in the same area. We had little bases and we got raided. We lost everything, so we had to regrind everything and then just keep it going. So as you can tell, we have like 3 gates to get in the compound just to be extra secure, to make sure nobody just blows through the front gate and then that's it. So we have 3 main gates, and then we have walls set up around the whole compound with barricades inside. So if they were to try to ladder over, there'd be a barricade right there so they can't really jump in. And then yeah, this is the main compound right here. We have a bunch of big furnaces, a bunch of ore refineries. This is a little decoy base we have here. Like if we're recruiting people, we'll throw them in these bases. They can get themselves set up and do whatever they need to do. Like in here, this is probably one of the teammates that were recruited. Yeah, we have one of them right there. We give them this little base and get ourselves started, and then next wipe we're gonna move them into the main compound with us. But yeah, this is the decoy base, and then over here we have a dump room. And this dump room, basically, like if we go on a round or something and we have a bunch of stuff that just drop off out of our inventories, we'll throw it all in here. And then down here we usually have like metal ore and sulfur, and there's a little small box of charcoal right here. That's a dump box, and then that's one of my teammates' build box. He used that to build whatever he needs to build. We got a fridge with a bunch of food, another dump box, dump whatever, stone, wood, And then in this little small box, we keep all the scrap in there. Like this box was completely filled with scrap, but we used it to research stuff and learn things, so that's why it doesn't really have anything right now. But yeah, that's the dump room. And then let's get into the raid room over here. In this little raid room, we have a bunch of chests in here. Just like if we go on a raid and we start taking all the loot and transferring loot, just so we can dump it all in here and then eventually organize it upstairs. I'm basically the organizer of this group. Like I just make sure everything's organized, because if not, it just gets on my last nerve. Like I hate it if I can't find something that's in a box. Like we've raided some bases that have loot all over the damn place, and I just like we don't even know how much stuff they got. So we just come dump it all in here, and then I organize it to see how much stuff we actually got. Alright, so down here in this little raid room, we have like a boombox with all our explosives to raid people. And yeah, it's a decent amount of boom. We had a ton of rockets and C4 though, but we already used all that to raid people. So right now we just been making Explo to raid people. So we're probably gonna use that to do a few more raids before the end of the wipe. And here we got a bunch of guns that we just used to raid people. We'll shoot the Explo with these guns. We used to do it with SARS, but we have so many M39s that we're like, just like whatever, let's use it and just start booming the doors through that using those guns. As you can tell, I have it very secure. I have this place locked down. I don't want anybody, if they were to raid us, I don't want anybody to get in and take whatever we have in there. So yeah, that's the raid room. And also, I guess you could call the stairs to upstairs in the main base. In the main base, we have that thing so secure. Like if you raid that, it's gonna take you so many explosives to get in. So we have little stairs up with little traps everywhere, a TC, so all this stuff doesn't decay. And we'll keep going up. Another trap, a bunch of walls and barricades up here to make sure nobody can get up here. But even if they do, it's gonna be very difficult for them to do it. Then we have it all sheet metal, a bunch of turrets. Like there's just an endless amount of turrets, man. We got turrets everywhere. And then in here we got a bunch, I mean a bunch of armored doors. So these armored doors are more expensive to raid than a sheet metal door. So that's why we have all these armored doors up here, because it would take them a lot longer to boom in. Another turret. A bunch of shotgun traps everywhere. Another turret. Another shotgun trap. Yeah, it's just a constant amount of traps and turrets everywhere. And then we got a repair bench right there. We got a research table right there. Another shotgun trap. Alright, so we are to the top. Now we have all armored doors up here. You get up here, and this is where we have all the main loot. We have tons of boxes, we got garage doors everywhere, we got this place locked down. So let's just start going through the loot. Alright, that's a little raid box in case we start getting raided, we could use that. We got boots and gloves in there, we got pants in there, shirts and jackets, ride helmets, metal armor, a ton of it, a bunch of what's it called, road sign armor, a bunch of hazmats, a bunch of heavy plate, more road sign and hazmats, more road sign, even more of it, bunch of kits in here. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just dumb, the amount of stuff that we have. A bunch of attachments, a box of MP5s, a bunch of crossbows, nail guns, attachments, SARS, we got Tommies, pumps and spazzes, pistols, a box of cloth, a box of low grade fuel, some sulfur ore, some metal ore. Those used to be full, but we've used all the resources at this point. And this is where all the good stuff is. We got a box of AKs, a bunch of rockets and gunpowder and sulfur and explosives. We had a bunch of that was our boombox originally. Like this was our boombox, but we moved everything downstairs and we already used it all. More spur guns, more AKs and MP5s. I think down here we have all our ammo, which was pistol bullets, 5.56, shotgun shells, M39s, small box filled with M39s. And then we got a fridge over here with a bunch of pumpkins. We got a bunch of building stuff like beds and walls and all kinds of stuff. Leather, animal fat and bones. Down here we got a bunch of water and a bunch of anti-radiation pills. These are just boxes of charcoal because we didn't really have anywhere to store them. A bunch of tools. We had a bunch more, but as I said already, we've been using all our stuff. And then we have a bunch of medical syringes in here. And then I believe over here we have fuses and key cards. Yeah, this box was filled completely with green, blue, and red key cards, but I turned them in for scrap. And then there's a bunch of electrical fuses. A little small box of nothing, tier 2. A repair bench, and then right here we have a bunch of bolt rifles. And then this is where we have all our components. We have like a bunch of sewing kits. We had like 4 stacks of tech trash, but we've been recycling some of it and using it. A bunch of more components. A bunch more components. Even more components. Look at those rifle bodies. Look at how many of this stuff how much of the stuff we have. Like, this is just insane. And the thing is, we had a ton of loot. Like, it was to the point where we had a second floor with like a ton of extra hazmats, like a shelf filled with 4 boxes of hazmats, a bunch of extra guns and stuff. But we got inside it. We got inside it twice. So we don't have everything. Like, all these boxes were filled with weapons and armor and stuff, but that's all gone. And then we got more metal, more high qual. All these boxes were filled with metal and high qual. Wood, stone, same thing with the wood and stone. That was all full, but we got inside it. And then in here, in this all armored thing you see here, is where we have the TC. But I'll tell you this, the upkeep on that TC is crazy. Like, with all this filled up, we maybe get like a day and a few hours. So like every day we have to log on and check that TC, and it's so annoying. But yeah, that's how this wipe went. It went really well. We got raided twice, but we came back and we basically are the alpha of the server. Like, nobody else is contending with us at this point. Like, we are alphas of the server. There were 2 clans that lived up north, but they're gone. I'm not sure what happened to them. But yeah, that's how this wipe went. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all for the Rust series that is coming soon. Peace.